Better, worse than
Better.
the towel? Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
It's pretty. We're here with Elaine. We've been working for the last month or so on some just tattoo stuff. I guess not tattoos, but like tattoo artist things. So,
things tattoo artists need.
Yeah, so you typically have like one stretch hand and then one tattoo hand, and both of those kind of get some good work in. So we'll start with the adjustments, just kind of full body. If we have some extra time left over, we'll get into this area with the needles. So, and you said we've never done the standing one?
No.
All right, well here we are. That is jam. If you want to go ahead and lay onto your back.
Okay.
So you are going to work today?
No.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. So self-care day.
Yeah, I'm hoping to do the art walk.
Oh, is it?
Have you ever done that?
Is that like First Friday today?
Yeah.
Is that Santa Fe Art District?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I live.
Oh, nice. I live close to there too.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm on like Santa Fe and 11th, right behind Monkey Bar.
Oh, nice. I'm at Spear and 11th.
We're neighbors then.
Oh, that was a crazy one.
Cool. All right, now we'll get into this side. And we'll do one more drop there. Oh my gosh. How are we doing?
Much needed.
Good. And we've been doing the towel one with you or the wash wrap?
Just only towel so far.
Do you want to ramp up to the wash wrap?
Yeah.
Maybe. I think it's a good day for that. If you've got the day off, go ahead and tuck the chin down. Man, those are great. I think that's why we decided to film your adjustments. Because all of yours are super loud. Cool. That's what the people want. So big tuck, let the air out. Good. All right. Yeah, we'll get right into the wash rack then. Get the palm sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be a nice day for the art walk there.
Yeah, it's been so nice. Yesterday was the hottest day of the year so far.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm ready for it. Go ahead and lift that up there. And you can relax back. I accidentally had somebody's like cross necklace into.
Oh, you've got to be aware of the necklaces now.
Yeah, it's the first time I've had it happen, but they had like an imprint of their cross. They're like, all right, it's in there now. Cool. So it's the same thing as a towel. I'm gonna be pretty gentle with it, so I'm gonna just pull you up the table there. So you already kind of felt some of those cracks. Mm-hmm. How are you doing there?
Good.
Okay, I'll do a little pull. Oh, better, worse than the towel? Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
It's pretty intense, but it's nice. Go ahead and lift that up. I need one of these. Our new chiropractor starts on Monday, so I'll be getting back to the adjustments.
Nice. How often do you get adjusted?
I like to get adjusted every like 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm lucky to have somebody here, I'll usually get adjusted once a week.
Yeah.
Or if it's just been a really long day. These aren't the most comfortable. You did okay?
No, I think I just wasn't relaxing enough either.
No, that's perfect though. I always like doing the adjustments with people with tattoos. I feel like it makes the video kind of artistic.
Yeah, totally.
Like interesting to look at. Oh, perfect. Awesome. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna have you face me on this side here. It's funny, usually around this time our neighbors, it's a burrito place. So like, order number 3. It's like an ASMR video. And there's definitely some hectic energy over there. I think it gets it in there in the audio sometimes. Like, whatever.
Just a little.
Keep her in there. Shout out to Gomez Burritos. Alright, so we're gonna do that little push. Try to let that hip come down. Perfect. Oh, man. I think that's the one for the video.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and flip to this side here. But yeah, just the way that you relaxed there was perfect. You kind of felt how
Yeah,
that made
I
it a
was
little
trying
easier.
harder there, yeah.
Yeah, good. Look over the shoulder right here. Perfect. Good. Man, you got the cracks that people want to see. Let's go into your back. And over there. So tell me a little bit about the wrists and elbows. I know we talked about it last time, but we didn't really get into it with treatment because you had some work to do that day.
Yeah.
You're right-handed. In this
Right-handed.
stretch?
The pain that I feel usually after a long session is just specifically right here.
Okay.
And so I'll like do a lot of like this and just hold those stretches, do things like this.
Okay.
But yeah, I usually feel it the most so far right here, just from like the really gripping and then going like this. It's always like right here.
Okay.
But I mean, all the way through really is all connected. So
Yeah. Yeah, so all the muscle bellies, and you kind of have a mix of everything. So our flexors that do this sit onto the inside of the elbow, and all those tendons come into here. All the extensors that pull our wrist that way, bellies right here, and also kind of ties into some of those spots.
yeah.
If you tuck your thumb in like that, and then go into toward your pinky side, so down that way, does that aggravate that area at all?
I can feel like a pull a little bit more like down here, but no,
That's
it
different
feels,
from what you're talking about.
yeah, it feels okay. I mean, just a little bit of a pull, I guess. That's all I'm feeling.
Okay, you can relax there. Do you ever feel like hands are getting cold or anything like that?
I'm one of the many people with freezing hands at all times.
Can I have
So
you?
it's hard to tell.
I just wanted to check blood flow stuff, so I'm gonna have you kind of do this for a second and bring. Here, go ahead and extend out. If you want to come in close, so I'm just letting the blood flow come back, so it goes from white to red. Go one more time. Keep going just a few times, so that kind of pumps all the blood out. And relax. Cool. So blood flow is great. We want to see that kind of fill back up in 5 seconds. I don't know if we can really see that on there. Do you ever get numbness or tingling into this thumb and finger?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yours is like
Not
probably
yet.
more specific to the use that like it's not like a normal thing that you're doing. So I'm gonna kind of carpet bomb it. So basically we're gonna get 2 needles into here, 2 needles into here. We'll hook up the electricity. You'll feel a little bit of soreness today, and then I'm gonna get some direct laser onto that area. So
Yeah, that works. I don't tattoo today. So.
okay, perfect. Right. We did a podcast last night. And
Oh, nice.
The whole thing was like in a green room.
Oh no, I did see your story. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
They, because I had watched them do it with somebody else, and I was like, that's a really cool room. And then I walked in and I was like, oh, it's not actually the, what's there.
Yeah.
Cool, so this is just some alcohol. I think we'll be able to kind of get everything from this position. We're going to use our smaller needles. We don't need to go too crazy with it, but I'm basically going to be threading it through kind of all of the muscles so that we don't have to use like each individual one. We're able to kind of just affect all of them at once. I need some of this on my neck. You've never had needles before?
Just when you did it last.
Just okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll feel a little dull achiness.
But not in this area.
Yes.
Sometimes with tattooing, I call it surface scraping
Uh-huh.
because it's not that deep, and people act like it's so deep because it feels like it is sometimes.
It's so funny. People are like, "Oh, you're like," because I don't like needles necessarily. I've gotten used to this because I've associated it with, you know, positivity with the outcome. But people are like, "Oh, you're afraid of needles, but you have so many tattoos." I'm like, it's not really like they're injecting.
It's
something.
just on the surface. Yeah, that's
It
why I
just feels
call it
like-
surface scraping.
Yeah, it just feels like you're being scratched. That's
Yeah,
how
exactly.
Like, it's not like a needle. I don't really think of it that
Yeah.
way.
Somebody said I pulled them out of like a bad place one day was saying that. She was like, oh, I was in so much pain. And then when you called it surface scraping, I was like, yeah, you're right. It is just on the surface.
It's amazing how, sorry, something was focused. so much mental goes into a needle, because
Mm-hmm.
like these really aren't, like it's more of like a filament with a point, so you don't really feel anything sharp like a medical needle. But you kind of get it in your head like, oh, this is sharp, it's a needle, it should hurt. And they did some pretty cool studies with like patients with like a mannequin hand. They could visually see there'd be a practitioner on the other side, and their actual hand that was out of the field of view, they'd just tap it with like a little rubber mallet, but then on the mannequin hand they would stab it, and they had their brains hooked up to some scans, and in their head, because they were visually seeing that they're being stabbed, they perceived and actually felt real pain, like it would be, you know, getting stabbed with a needle.
Wow, yeah.
But, so much psychology goes into the language of how you say things, and like if I were to be like, does that hurt? Like in your head you'd be like, oh, maybe this is supposed to hurt. And so there's more likelihood that yes, it would hurt, versus I usually just kind of use the language of like, how are we doing?
Yeah.
So like we get more of like an honest feedback from that.
Yeah.
So a lot of hypnotic language type of stuff. Okay, so we're gonna turn on the extensors first. So this blue line for the video. We might feel the wrist move a little bit, and that's okay if you do. It doesn't need to be crazy, so just like the neck ones. We want it to be comfortable, little movements, okay. Let me know when that starts to feel good. So we see the movement now. Get the whole arm going. Is that a good spot, or do you want a little more?
Yeah, that's good.
So now we're gonna get into the flexors. So this will be more like if we're looking at nerve stuff, our ulnar nerve, our funny bone. So when you hit the inside of the arm, it's your ulnar nerve, and it'll send a little shock down into the pinky and the ring finger and half of the middle finger. How are we doing there?
Good.
Cool. Alright, is that a good spot?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think we need to know too much more. We got some good motion going on. Isn't it kind of creepy?
Yeah, it
You're
was.
like, whoa.
Yeah, like last time my whole upper arm was shaking
Yeah.
a little bit.
Oh yeah, we got some into the traps. Like a Frankenstein experiment. If you want to kind of show this. So I'm gonna pop in some laser. Since it's not really in your field of view. Actually, I'm gonna do it handheld because it's a smaller area. And then Tia, if you want to just look through the monitor instead of directly at the light, unless you want some glasses. All right, cool. So I like doing the handheld for like smaller areas. I can kind of focus more of that energy into that area. Can't forget my glasses. I forgot them one time. I had blurry vision for like 2
Really?
Yeah. It's like looking at the sun, but you don't really realize
Ooh,
it.
that's bad. I just got LASIK in November.
Oh yeah?
Most amazing
Life-changing?
thing ever. Yeah.
That's what everybody says. So since I'm not using the lamp, if it does get too hot, I want you to let me know.
Okay.
I'll just have to kind of pause it. So in the camera field, we might see some radiating, like you might see even the light out here. With these glasses, I can really only see where that laser is directly going into. But we have to keep moving it. If I were to just keep it here, it would kind of burn her a little bit. We can do this up to 3 times a week. This laser machine kind of calculates the dosage that's going in there based on skin tone, based on area, based on, kind of, sorry, I can't think of words, I didn't sleep much last night. But based on like acuteness or chronicity of it. So typically, like we'll notice decreased pain right away. It's more of like the inflammatory or anti-inflammatory effect of this. The longer term stuff is it'll actually build up in your system, maybe infrared light into the cells, and that can help to speed up any type of healing process. A lot of times during an area that there is overuse, all those cells get kind of depleted. So it kind of works on the electron transport chain, the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. And where I'm kind of getting the laser, that's where you describe the pain for the most part.
Yeah.
So this will actually penetrate down into the bone. It's good. On the system here, it kind of penetrates, or it switches through different wavelengths if you want to get into there. So kind of close to actually tattoo laser removal, so that 970 is maybe the closest wavelength. So I believe 1040 is black ink laser removal. It actually is, you'll feel it if I go over a tattoo. It's a little bit, it'll heat up the ink a lot faster, so I have to move it a lot quicker. In the textbook, it says that, you know, it's a complete contraindication, but you can actually do it. I've experimented on myself. I was just getting tattooed at first. I was like, oh man, I'm not going to be able to use the laser.
Yeah, I've always like realized like, oh, I can't get laser hair removal.
I know. I
don't need it. I'm like blonde though. It's fine.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. Or I'm like losing my hair, and I've always thought about getting like the hair implants.
You probably will, huh?
Yeah. Well, I think I'm just gonna.
I would if I was a guy.
Yeah.
It's normal for guys to lose hair like that.
But I think they said you like it. They take it from the bottom part of your hair. But I'm like, does that mean I'm gonna have a bunch of holes in my tattoo?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You have to go do a consult at some point and find out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or do I need like a donor to?
Oh my gosh, I don't know if that's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want to mess up the artwork.
Yeah, crazy. I didn't think about that.
So my barber, he's got the receding. He's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna put the so he's got his tattoos like goes into it, and it's like it's the cheapest way to do it.
Right.
So I think I'm just gonna continue this up into the top of my head.
Yeah, but guys losing hair, and that's normal and natural.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, we're in a world now where things can be done about it, and girls do all the things we can do, so. Yeah,
that's super normalized.
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody had brought that up the other day, and I'm like, I don't know if you can do it, or like it's gonna mess up the tattoos. I was like, oh man.
Wow, yeah.
I should have waited. Oh well, YOLO. I think the tattoo on the head is a cheaper option.
Yeah. Yeah, that always looks really cool.
I don't know what model.
I know of a tattoo artist that has his whole entire head tattooed.
Yeah.
And he's had it shaved, and it looks really good.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Whatever, if I go bald, there'll be something underneath it to.
Yeah.
It'll.
That top one is like sore. The very first one you put in, it was like
a little achy.
The more achy one.
Cool. No bleeding. Oh, that felt okay. Kind of funky. Kind of like it almost feels like you're getting a muscle massage.
It was less invasive than the traps from last time. Those were a little bit more intense.
Yeah, we had you like bouncing off the table.
Yeah.
Cool. And you're okay with CBD?
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm curious to see. Do you work tomorrow?
No.
Okay. Dorsa dip. I feel like the last video I did, I was like shouting out all the sponsors, and I feel like I was on one. It's crazy how like a video, it just really depends on like your mood. I was like, all right, today's gonna be ASMR. People be falling asleep.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be super
I like to
animated.
be chill and relaxed in this type of environment.
Yeah. Oh, you hear him next door screaming?
Oh yeah.
We should. I want to make like a TV show out of this, like to get all the background stuff. And
Yeah.
we'll go over there to get a burrito and be like, all right, that's the noise that you're hearing.
Do
This is the
you
face
get
of
them
the
often?
Man, I did one day like 2 years ago, or 1 week where I had like 5 burritos, like Monday through Friday.
Wow.
And I think, I think that ruined it for me. They're good burritos. It's super authentic.
You just went too
Yeah.
overboard for that 1 week.
Yeah. I think I was just super busy and I kept forgetting the lunch, and
Yep.
it's either them, there's another burrito place, or Little Caesars, and
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say like brand names like Little Caesars. We have an agency kind of taking over our social media, and they're like, yeah, you can't have this in the background, and like you shouldn't put brands in what you're wearing unless they're paying you. Yeah. We get Everlast boxing.
Yeah.
I have to bleep all of this stuff and blur out your whole outfit. It's just stuff I've never thought about.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, they could hit you down the road if that video blows up and they don't like conform with your brand.
Sometimes like I feel like those brands would be happy to have their logo in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how any of that stuff works. But I guess we're using most of my stuff now. We got these little scrapers, I think they're going to be available online by the time this video drops, so we'll have it connected in there. Our t-shirts just dropped, so all the stuff that I wear in the videos.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I had my monthly 2-hour massage last week.
Yeah?
She doesn't go that hard.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, actually, I was telling one of our massage therapists, because they'll start off like softer and then go into hard. I was like, if you're seeing them after me, I was like, their nervous system's kicked up a little bit, so they probably won't feel the soft stuff.
She does like really slow, really like deep tissue, but she'll do a certain pressure. It's a little bit lighter than that.
Yeah, I'm just doing some
But this
pin
is
and
good. It's
stretch.
like, it's what I need. It's just a little rough in the moment.
Yeah, just breathe through it. It's gonna feel super light. But yeah, I find that the dry needling just lasts a little bit longer. I feel like with somebody who's active, especially if this is something you're doing for work, that soft tissue stuff just kind of resets like as soon as you get into it. So I'm curious to see if that dry needling kind of gets you a little bit longer throughout the week. Let's go ahead and sit up facing this way and look at the shoulder pop in.
Oh yeah.
That I only do on social media, I guess. So I'm gonna reach my arm around you here. I'm gonna grab this and just be really relaxed. I'm gonna block the scapula with my chest and I'm just pulling up. Ooh, it's like a little tiny one. I'm gonna come at it in a different direction. Okay, yeah, let's try something else. So I'm gonna have you stand up and then you're gonna kind of work with me a little bit. We're gonna take the right hand and just kind of post it right there and allow that elbow to come forward. Perfect. So when I get kind of locked in on that position, I'm gonna have you just kind of, you don't have to do it fast, but we're just gonna like powerfully bring that elbow into my hand and you might feel a little release through here. So go ahead and pull that kind of chicken wing back. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
That was easy.
Cute little pop.
Yeah, it's a tiny guy. So we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Go ahead and pull that back. Yeah, so bring the elbow forward a little bit more and then just do like slower, but like a little bit harder. And keep going. Okay. Sometimes we go, sometimes we don't. I don't want to force it too much.
Yeah.
Cool. How are you feeling?
Good.
How's that wrist feel if you kind of...
Really good. Yeah.
Got some hair stuck to
I
it.
know. Hair's everywhere. Yeah, it feels really good. My skin is so sensitive; it gets red so easily.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of beat it up, so.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Cool.
Sweet.
I can get into this stuff. I just want to check on my next patient.